The fallen Jedi Baylan's skull clearly has a lot going on, and a conflicted relationship with the Jedi Order. In episode 6 of Ahsoka, he talks about to Shin, his own apprentice, how he once loved what the Jedi Order represented, but not the weakness that ultimately steeped within the Order, believing that the Order itself should have fallen, but still holding great contempt with individuals such as Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka in the roles that they played during the Clone War. Baylan, though, has implemented parts of the Jedi teachings within his own apprentice Shin Hati, clearly taking various elements from the Jedi Order and carrying them over, and in Baylan's own words, training Shin to be something far greater. But with this, we also know that Baylan still has somewhat a reverence for the Jedi Order, indicative of the fact that Shin actually has a Padawan braid, a direct carryover from Jedi tradition. Hu Yang also notes that Shin's lightsaber was constructed in the manner of a Jedi, and that he recognized the design elements that Baylan ultimately taught his new apprentice. But with this, we also have seemingly found another visual detail that speaks to Baylan's relationship, and a complicated one at that, with the Jedi Order. In the most recent episode of Ahsoka, we've got a better look at Baylan's belt. In the belt itself, there appears to be a green glow in some scenes. This of course would be largely indicative that within Baylan's belt buckle would in fact be a Kyber crystal, a green one. Most likely the Kyber crystal that he wielded once as a Jedi, if of course it is a crystal at all. This is intriguing because it tells us several things about the Baylan character, including what the green crystal meant to him. First though, it means that the lightsaber crystal housed within his lightsaber currently was not his Jedi crystal, and that he likely obtained it by some other means, meaning that the once theorized bleeding process may not have been what actually happened with Shin and Baylan's lightsaber crystal. Another interesting detail though is the fact that Baylan as a Jedi had a green lightsaber if of course this theory is true. This would fall in line with his character quite perfectly. As we've seen, he's very in tune with the Force itself and listening to how it ebbs and flows. This was a trait indicative of a Jedi consular, the consulars which wielded green lightsaber blades. They were the Jedi that focused more on the gifts of the Force and the mysteries of the Force rather than its combative properties. They were oftentimes the scholars and the philosophers of the Jedi Order. If this is in fact a green Kyber crystal, it would illustrate to us how Baylan feels about the wider order, how he still has a sense of reverence surrounding the Jedi, but believes that something new and better needs to replace it, but still refusing to let go of what he once was. Again, saying that he loved what the Jedi once represented, or rather, what the idea of being a Jedi ultimately went. And this, along with Shin's Padawan braid, would go a long way to illustrate visually how Baylan feels about the Jedi and his relationship to them. But anyway, my friends, do you think that Baylan's skull has his original Jedi Kyber crystal in his belt? Or do you think that this is simply a design and not the crystal at all? I would love to hear your thoughts and insights on this below, and may the Force be with you.